I the asshole. My husband brought home a pound cake that his pick-me female coworker, Mimi, baked for him. She knows I'm a baker, but I typically bake things a bit more extravagant than a simple pound cake. My husband has made it clear that he prefers my baking. But what I noticed about this pick-me is she tends to take every opportunity to point out how busy I am, baking these exotic creations for social media, that I don't have the time to prepare my husband the simple pound cake he really desires. And what's super annoying is that my husband says nothing except steer the conversation towards something they both can relate to. Once, Mimi asked what's another wifely duty I'm good at, and my husband said ironing his suits. She, in response, jokes about having him send her a suit of his so he could see how good she is at ironing too. Now, last week he came home with a sweet potato pie she'd baked. I told him I'd already made him something sweet. I prepared puff pastry cream horns filled with a strawberry compote made from scratch, a passion fruit curd made from scratch, and sweet, fluffy cream. I'd taken the time to bake these puff pastry cream horns until they were golden brown, then dipped them in a passion fruit chocolate and sprinkled them with roasted pistachios. I'd filled each one with a layer of passion fruit curd, then the sweet fluffy cream and the strawberry compote. So I asked him what he was going to do with that sweet potato pie. He told me he was going to eat it. I was very irritated, and he must have noticed because he said he'd promised Mimi he would eat her pie, and that she'd even asked him to take a picture of the empty pie tin to confirm that he'd eaten it. I was completely baffled at this. I told him that if he chose to eat her sweet potato pie over what I'd prepare for him, this would be the last time I made him anything. That obviously pissed him off because he snapped at me. He said that I was being ridiculous and that pick-me Mimi was just doing something nice for him, while my behavior was disgraceful. As usual, he told his mom about the argument, and she called me, begging me to be more patient and to not make any decisions I may regret later. But she did agree that Mimi was overstepping her bounds. I'm simply not interested in competing with other women for my husband. That includes Mimi and his mother. Am I the asshole?